tunnel. This is the Navili. Well, no, it's not a Navili. It's a canal, really. It's part of a river made by the Romans to serve Milan. Milan's covered, but underneath there are loads of these little things. I'll be honest with you, Milan is not the most beautiful city in Italy. Graffiti. Lots of graffiti. Of course, I don't have anything against graffiti in se. I think this wall would be pretty grey otherwise. A bit of colour is good for humanity, but I suppose we're not supposed to see too much colour. I wonder what this guy's trying to say. You know, these guys do this for free. No one's paying them. They can actually pay out their own pockets. And what we do? We condemn it. Criminal activity. Artistic expression on grey walls that are really boring. Because all surface must be maintained in case we have some more publicity and deem it worthy of putting in those places, or it is deemed places where people may go and have radical thought. I mean, really, does it all detract so much from the natural beauty? One has to ask, which is worse? Anarchic graffiti or corporate graffiti? Decadence or expression? Yeah, a nice piece of land. Really nice to have just a little piece of land. Not being greedy and all. No, I don't even mean for me. I'm talking in a sort of democratic sense, or a landocracy, as fucking news puts it. Well, Derek. Great video he made, by the way. I'll link at the bottom. Man, he's actually got some balls and he's standing in the elections. Come on, guys, make your vote count. You want to protest? Life. Yeah, difficult to keep the ecosystem clean. Wonder if the duck was more worried about the graffiti or this. You know, the more I get out of the city and start facing the color green, the more relaxed I get. Green. Colors have a particular effect. And they're stimulating. Red's an interesting color. Color of the devil. Father Christmas as well, he wears red. Don't know why. Red just looks good. It can just look good as a color. It can be symbolic. Also, it can have effects on the sensations. Maybe, I don't know, something to do with blood. I don't know, some kind of programming. But generally, people do have reactions to color. Blue, the right shade, is generally very relaxing, calming, tranquil. Red, on the other hand, does tend to stimulate energy, hunger, passion from that as well, anger, lust. Maybe that's why the devil's dressed in red. And maybe McDonald's uses red, not because of the devil, not because they want anger and lust, but they certainly want to increase your hunger and your sense of feeling in a hurry. Nature. Now that's a lot nicer than those monsters I saw earlier. Oh, that's not so great though. That's not so nice though, is it? Yeah. It crossed my mind, well, why don't I just get in there and take it out? It's not that deep. Problem is, I'm just going to get totally wet, and the chances are someone will call the fucking Carabinieri, the police, yeah? There's a lunatic wading in the water. He's making it dirty. Trees, I mean, still pretty much in the city, just a nice little place now. There's lots of trees here. In most cities you have trees. Not very much of any use grows on it, unless of course you're specialized things, and I don't think they take much to you stripping it down for its fibres to make primitive weapons with, or burning them. But you could always put fruit trees and stuff like that in. These aren't fruit trees, but later in a bit I'll show you some fig trees just growing there. Although people just come along and take the fruit. That's maybe why they don't have fruit trees growing in cities. Or maybe something else. Competition with the consumeristic society we live in. Supply and demand. Keep the supply low and the prices high, and they'll soon be demanding. Miss that as Carabinieri, military style Carabinieri, because Carabinieri do two roles. They're the police and their military force. They're the ones in predominantly Afghanistan and Iraq. Sorry, a future prediction there. Yes, Berlusconi will send his troops there because he'll get a nice backhander off somebody. Anyway, went past, see him around in the city, you know, armed or dressed in combats, you know. Not even urban combats. Mind you, that would be even scarier if they were dressed in urban combats, not standard military combats, although his camo. I daren't take this to film outside the British consulate. Last time I tried to take a photo of that, I got held up by the Carabinieri to their teeth. Don't forget even going anywhere near the Israeli embassy with a camera. Not in England. Very good what Charles is doing in the UK. You'll believe me, boys. Sometimes, yeah, can get scary. So keep it up, because otherwise you'll be facing. We get down to that point where it's too late. There's no more talking. You know, they've been programmed. You've been programmed to accept, or at least most of you. Anyone stands out is going to be a thought criminal. Got to fight to keep the minds open. It's not a question of winning a revolution, changing everything. It's a question of at least maintaining a reasonable status quo. Nice little garden, this. Oh, it's not too blurred. Interesting statue. Got sorry before I get run over. Can't help get the feeling that it seems a little fascist for some reason. A closer shot of that. World War II. This is here in Milan, Italy, and here's the war. Ecco la guerra. 20th century, 1944. Dates. Bombers, bombing houses, and what looks like death. Italian flag. And look, something that looks like the flag of St. George. They got a group here in the north of Italy called, well, the leader is a guy called Bossi. It's called Lega di Nord, the Northern League. They want separation, and they got a few things that actually aren't that stupid. Although, unfortunately, as with most political ideologies, there's a lot of stupidity and also mixed up with that. Almost spoken Italian then. Nice looking house, that one. Don't ask. Nice drinking fountain. There you are, a fig tree. And there's quite a few of them along this part here. More figs, but full of fruit. Other side there, just across there, I don't know if you can see the white, just out of interest, elderberries. You can eat them. My father makes wine out of them. Well, sort of wine, without grapes.